morning. Thanks for joining us for Wake Up Charlotte to Go on this Thursday. I'm Ben Thompson. Larry Sprinkle standing by with a look at your Thursday forecast, Larry.
How many times when you're at the beach do you actually see the sunrise? Not quite,
right?
Probably not very often. That's why we're showing it right now. What a great view right there from Bar Harbor, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. The sun rising over the Atlantic Ocean. Temperatures rising only into average levels today, upper 60s and low 70s. We hit 83 yesterday. Then overnight tonight, it is going to be a very cold night in many spots. In fact, right at the freezing mark at Boone, it'll drop to about 38 at Lincolnton, 40 at Monroe, 40 at Concord, about 41 here in the Charlotte area. So some chilly temperatures ahead. Let's check out that hour-by-hour forecast for today. By noon, we're in the mid-60s, low 70s right in the middle of the afternoon. That is really typical temperature for this time of the year. Pollen counts with a little rain that we had today backed it off a bit, but it's back up to, pretty high pollen counts tomorrow and again on Saturday as we head into the upcoming weekend. Speaking of the weekend, let's check that 7-day forecast. High today about 72. Tomorrow morning, once again, low to mid-40s for low temperatures, upper 60s tomorrow, even chillier on Saturday. With a slight chance of showers, we'll hit about 66 for high temperatures Saturday, Sunday near 70, and then mostly dry weather Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week. Each day, high temperatures in the low 70s. And that's your first one forecast, man.
Larry, thanks. Turning now to a wrap of your top stories. Right now, 2 people dead after 2 separate overnight shootings in Charlotte.
Good Thursday morning. Police in Charlotte investigating 2 homicides, the second of which happened right over my shoulder at the Sleep Inn located on North Tryon. Around 2:30, police say they got calls of an altercation. When they arrived, they found a man suffering gunshot wounds. That person pronounced dead at the scene. Then earlier tonight on Wilkerson, about 11:30 last night, they said they had a report of shots fired. They found a man in the parking lot of Wilkerson Boulevard at Rosemont. He was suffering a gunshot wound and he also died. At this time, police have not made any arrests. They're asking if anyone out there knows anything to give them a call.
The Johnson & Johnson vaccine remains on pause this morning. Yesterday, CDC officials met to discuss the solutions to the severe side effects of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. But right now, officials say there is no indication on when or if that vaccine will be put back into use. Of course, this is having a big effect on rural areas, the homeless population, and those who are away in college, as the vaccine only requires 1 dose compared to Moderna and Pfizer vaccines that require 2 doses.
Now a story that is as shocking as it is sad for some local students. Investigators say a Union County teacher and coach was killed in a shootout with a Mexican drug cartel. They say Barney Harris was shot and killed after he and another man attempted to steal drugs and money from a stash house, as it's called, in Alamance County. Harris coached basketball in Union Academy. The high school will have grief counselors available today for students. A man killed in a shooting rampage in Rock Hill will be laid to rest today. James Lewis was one of 2 HVAC technicians working at the home of Robert and Barbara Leslie at the time of the shooting. 6 people in all were shot and killed. Lewis was a single dad of 3. His funeral is this morning at 10 a.m. at McLean Funeral in Gastonia.
Good morning, everybody. From Charlotte's City Council seat to the mayorship and then the governor's mansion, Pat McCrory is now eyeing the Senate. He released this ad that you'll see before making the big announcement. The career politician turned radio host is throwing his hat into the ring for the 2022 race for Senator Richard Burr's seat, and it is getting heated. A big race, a lot of people joining in, and now he is one of them. He says that he's already got a lot of positive reaction from the place he calls home, which is right here in the Queen City.
I'm honored to always call Charlotte my home. And it'd be an honor to be the mayor of Charlotte, one time the governor of North Carolina, and then senator.
Of course, we want to hear from you. Drop a comment below what you think. A couple comments here from Betty. One, she says that he's got her vote. Great news. And then others are saying that you've spent the last few years on the sidelines for a reason, according to Andy there. As I mentioned, the 2022 Senate race is already a crowded field. Right now, 5 Democrats have their name in. 2 third-party candidates and now 3 Republicans, and that field is expected to grow. So is the price tag. This is already shaping up to be one of the most expensive races ever. And just 2 years ago, the race for Senate here in the Tar Heel State cost over $300 million. So we'll see if this race exceeds that. We'll continue to watch all the very latest on this moving forward. Ben.
All right, Rachel, thanks. Time now to connect the dots when we make the news make sense. Lace up those sneakers, folks, and hit the gym this morning. We know exercise is good for us, but turns out it could also help protect us against COVID.
A jog a day could keep COVID away. Literally, regular exercise can prevent severe cases of COVID. Let's connect the dots. Scientists studied 50,000 people with COVID. They found that folks who had been the most active before getting sick were the least likely to be hospitalized or even die. What's the connection? Statistically, people who exercise often are less likely to have some of those pre-existing conditions that would put them at greater risk for COVID-19. But the benefits of exercise are nothing new. Previous studies show fit people are less likely to catch a cold or other infections. Scientists say exercise also increases our immune response, helping us build up more antibodies. Here's the good news. It doesn't take much. The study found just over 20 minutes of exercise a day will do the trick. And that is connecting the dots.
Make sure you join us every single weekday morning. We start off early, 4:30 a.m. for Wake Up Charlotte.